The President, distinguished colleagues, you will recall that the Whistleblower Protection Bill 2016, SB 158, was sponsored by distinguished Senator Biodun Christine Olujimi of Ekiti South Senatorial District. The bill was read for the first time on Tuesday, 15th March 2016. The Senate, during its plenary sitting of Wednesday, 19th October 2016, deliberated on the general principles of the bill. After extensive deliberations, it was read for the second time and referred to the Senate Committee on Judiciary for further legislative action via order of referral dated 20th October 2016, and to report back with the recommendation. The objectives of the bill are as follows. First, it seeks to encourage and facilitate disclosure of improper conduct by persons, public officers, and corporate bodies, both private and public. Secondly, it ensures that matters disclosed are properly investigated and handled appropriately in accordance with the law. Thirdly, the bill seeks to ensure adequate protection for the whistleblowers from reprisals, victimization, job losses, isolation, humiliation, which are some of the consequences of whistleblowing. Fourthly, this legal framework also contemplates financial reward for any disclosure that leads to discovery and recovery of funds, properties, and so on, so as to serve as incentive for potential whistleblowers. On the whole, this mechanism is a recognized concept which has been adopted by many countries in the world, and it has helped in the fight against corruption. We hereby make the following observations and findings. One, that the stakeholders unanimously supported the passage of the bill, as it will give more impetus to the fight against corruption and reinforce government's policy on whistleblowing. Two, that in order to have a comprehensive legislation to sufficiently address related issues on whistleblowing in line with global best practices, the committee made further consultations to enrich the bill. Three, that the passage of the bill will guarantee adequate protection for potential whistleblowers against reprisals, victimizations, job losses, etc. Four, that the provision that contemplates monetary reward for whistleblowers whose information lead to discovery of looted funds, proceeds of crime, or improper conduct is a laudable and innovative provision of this bill. The provision will further strengthen the policy currently being adopted by the federal government, which is already yielding positive results. And five, that this proposed legislation has been enforced in other climes, and it has helped in the fight against corruption and improper conduct by public officers, individuals, and corporations. Recommendation. Flowing from the presentations made during the public hearing and the foregoing observations and findings, the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, to which the Whistleblower Protection Bill 2017 was referred, having favorably considered same, recommends as follows: that the Senate do consider and pass the Whistleblowers Protection Bill 2017 as amended. I so move.
I don't see how anybody can blow a whistle on something that is going to happen. It means the person would have prior knowledge of what is going to happen. And a bill should not anticipate such an action. I believe nothing will be lost if we take out this seed and continue with the bill as is. Thank you very much.
There are times you go to court and the judge will shout on you, but eventually when the judgment comes, it turns out to be in your favor, because in reality, the judge has done proper reconsideration of the matter. But meanwhile, you now anticipate that because he's shouting on you, you are likely to lose. So you go and report that the other person has reached the judge. So this can be a law. I'm sorry that we are just trying to create room for confusion in the country. So My suggestion would be anything that is antisectory, from 2C, D, E, even F, all of them, we should take them out. The two things there should be A and B. Because here, once we say, it's likely to occur, it means that any human being can look at your face and say that it looks like as if you're about to do mischief. And then you go to D, and it says that there is likely to be waste, misappropriation, likely to be. So there's likely to be waste, there's likely to be misappropriation. Therefore, I blow the whistle. This will, don't forget that blowing whistle costs money, because the person has to move in and do investigation. They will continue to waste money on anticipatory blowing, and then at the end of the day, we may not really get to the real thing. Let it be that yes, indeed, something like this has occurred and is not known, and the person blows the whistle on it. I think that was a contemplation of the law, not something that you suspect. If the law is based on suspicion, police is already vested with the power that if they suspect that you are a criminal, they can come after you. If they suspect that vehicle has, they can come. Not the whistleblower. A whistleblower must be authentic. A whistleblower must be authentic, and the whistleblower must have punishment where the whistle blown is found to have wasted public money, and then there must be sanction for a whistleblower. I know, but the whistleblower, how do you sanction a whistleblower who is anticipatory, who says I thought this was going to happen, and the law protects the thinking? I think this should be deleted, sir.
A bill for an act to provide for the manner in which individuals may, in the public interest, disclose information that relate to the unlawful or other illegal conduct or corrupt practices of others, to provide for the protection against victimization of persons who make these disclosures, and to reward individuals who make disclosures, and for related matters. 2017 is read a third time and passed. Let me congratulate members of the judiciary and also anti-corruption, and also being able to pass this whistleblower protection bill, which is all part of our effort to strengthen the fight against corruption. I think a landmark has been made today, and this will definitely help in those patriotic individuals who risk their lives and everything, ensuring that we fight corruption, and will by this law be able to protect them, encourage others to pass, and at the same time also be able to have strong laws that also will discourage those that want to misabuse this law. But once again, I thank you, colleagues, for this commitment to continue to support the government in its fight against corruption.